And this is very important in reference to history and wealth and property and land and companies and the modeling industry, the beauty industry, business, Wall Street, lots of industries of things. In reference to these people terrorizing my life, that satellite man's pinning down on my hips like they're smashing, like somebody's running over my legs or something. Like somebody's putting them in a fucking crusher and shit. And, but anyways, that's more lawsuits right now. Every second they're hitting on me. Every second they're pushing down on me. Every second they're pushing me around or pulling on me. It's lawsuits every second of every day. But, in reference to the situation of these people and their displacement of blame, such as people accusing me of their problems, when these people have tried to cause problems for me, and they've damaged my face and teeth. And that satellite man keeps communicating, and he's done this for years, saying, oh, what about their teeth? Well, what about your teeth? I'm not your father. I'm not your parent. My teeth came from my mother and father's genetics. You have no connection to me. And the Royal Protocol in the media is a prenup, just in case anybody was wondering. And it's been there since the first day I was born, and it was even written before I was born. And then my parents finalized it with birthmarks and beauty marks and things like that when I was born, and other specific qualities and features of my anatomy acknowledgments. But this dirty government man, these false associations of these people trying to accuse me of other people's crimes. Somebody say, oh, this person's out there is a big heavy drinker, or that person over there does drugs. Oh, I don't. But you've been terrorizing me, trying to turn my life upside down and inside out and every which way but loose. And that's attempted murder. These people stealing my money. There's somebody that is in a satellite control room that is stealing the money because they communicate sometimes, like, and it's somebody at the post office or somebody receiving postal mail that they stole from me. And that satellite man communicates something like, oh, you're not going to get this letter that has money in it, or you're not going to get this check or this credit card. There's some satellite man that communicates that to me sometimes. And the government has to know who that man is. In reference to the records of abuse, these government people abusing me, these people trying to blame me for their financial problems when they're causing me financial problems. These people blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. They're doing hiccups right now. It's attempted murder. It's physical assault. And these people trying to blame me for their problems. There's even guidelines of documents that I'm not supposed to be around certain types of people that have certain types of routines of their life. I don't do drugs. Drinking's legal, but I don't go to parties where people get irate or out of control or people get, argumentative with each other too much of any kind. I mean, I know people. I've worked in bars. I've worked in restaurants. I've worked in places, even though I was supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions all these years. Look at the information. My mother and father had standard quality of living documents that I was supposed to have received monies on a weekly basis. And in reference to monies that my mother and father had set up for me. These people have been stealing the monies all these years. But there's some satellite controller that's stealing the postal mail, and he's stealing monies, and he communicates sometimes like he's trying to laugh at me or something. Like the satellite man's trying to hold up checks or monies, like, ha ha ha, you won't get this, look how much this is, ha 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 ha, or something, whatever the satellite freak tries to say or what he's trying to do. And I was trained in satellite technology in reference to some things, but when this satellite man and there's particular listening devices of things too, but I've even said in reference to celebrities or entertainers that try to send a phone to the address. Maybe you send it through Walmart or something, where it's a direct phone line in reference to somebody getting through on my phone. Somebody sending a phone with a direct phone line on it. But, in reference to like a bat phone, like that kind of thing. I haven't received any of those if anybody sent any in the past. But, in reference to these people trying to blame me for their problems and they're damaging my face, claiming, oh, they said they're not as good looking as you. They think you lived a good life or you came from a good, rich family and they didn't. I don't know who these people are. Some of these people work in government and some of these people make, what, $50,000, $80,000 a year or something? And they're terrorizing my life? And I've been living under poverty for the past 20 plus years of these people stealing from me and holding me hostage. These people damaging things. They messed with my washing machine. They broke down my Montana van. They blew up my microwave. Had to change the alternator on it 4 times. Like this will be like the 4th time taking it off there or something. But because I don't know what's going on with that. But in reference to these people trying to cause me problems, look at all the vehicles they broke down in the past. There's records. Look at the DMV records of these people and the cars that they stole that my mother had tried to send to me, or that other places that have known me have tried to send me a new car, or they tried to send me a car and these people stole it, like a car so I could drive to another city and state. Never received. I don't know if Beverly Hills Police Department was trying to send me a squad car that I could drive back to California in, but I never received it. Didn't receive any keys or any letters about where it was parked if you ever sent one. And at my mother's mansion, one of my mother's mansions or my father's mansions, there's supposed to be a Beverly Hills police car that my mother had and that was for me, that was parked in the driveway of my mother's mansions in Beverly Hills, or my mother's mansion or my father's mansion in Beverly Hills, which was a personal vehicle for like my mother or for me. There might have been 2. And these government people are still blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. Plus, in reference to like my Ford Tempo and my RX-7, they're older cars. Those are supposed to be on my mother and father's property. Like the RX-7 might be on my mother's mansion property, but the Ford Tempo is supposed to be on my father's property and Beverly Hills, one on each of the, property acknowledgments. But in reference to these people burning on me, hating on me, and, there's all kinds of good-looking people in the world. There's all kinds of friendly, stuff in my mouth. There's all kinds of people that are friendly. These people damaging my teeth. Who the fuck are these people? My whole anatomy is copyrighted. That means don't touch, don't damage, don't scar, don't try to rape me, don't try to damage my teeth or face. I've had the same dentist for over 45 years. And this satellite man thought he would try to mess up the reputation of my dentist. And then this motherfucker, he just said it again. He tried to communicate, saying something like, oh, maybe you should watch what you say. If you don't provide information about what the fuck you're talking about, Mr. Government Man, you're going to end up in prison for the rest of your fucking life. This satellite man has tried to say stupid shit like, oh, maybe you should watch your mouth. You better quit looking at my mouth. You better quit looking at my face with your fucking satellite. That technology has been proven to be harmful. And you are violating the fire departments, you're violating media, you're violating beauty laws, you're violating food and beverage and nutrition laws with your satellite microwaves. And you need to go into court, man. You don't have a right blaming me or trying to play the switcheroo, rich man, poor man game with your government terrorism or your government conspirators or whoever the hell your people are. And you people don't have any right living on my mother and father's rental properties either, dirty government man. Or any of my mother and father's mansions, dirty government man. Roll protocols in the media forever. And hello, Beverly Hills Council. Somebody said hello. And not much is going on. The satellite man is still hitting me in the face. You see this right here where they've been hitting me there? Lots of things of importance. I haven't received any information from anywhere.